In the woods outside town, there was an abandoned cabin with a bright red door. Locals said it was cursed that anyone who entered never came back. Kids dared each other to touch the door, but no one ever went inside. Until one night, Emma did. Emma was new to town and didn't believe in curses. When her friends dared her to spend the night in the cabin, she laughed and agreed. They left her at the edge of the woods with a flashlight and a sleeping bag, promising to return at dawn. The cabin was small and crumbling, but the red door stood out like fresh blood against the weathered wood. Emma pushed it open, the hinges screeching in protest. Inside, the air was thick and stale, and the walls were covered in strange symbols carved into the wood. She set up her sleeping bag in the center of the room, trying to ignore the unease creeping up her spine. As night fell, the cabin grew colder, and the symbols on the wall seemed to shimmer in the dim light of her flashlight. Then she heard a faint whisper coming from the corners of the room. It grew louder, more insistent, until it felt like the walls themselves were speaking. Emma covered her ears, but the whisper seeped into her mind, repeating the same phrase over and over. "Let us in." Terrified, Emma grabbed her flashlight and ran for the door. But when she reached it, the red door was gone. In its place was a solid wall, the symbols glowing faintly. She pounded on the wall, screaming for help, but no one came. The whispers grew into screams, and the air grew colder. Emma turned around and saw shadows moving across the walls, forming shapes that looked almost human. They reached out for her, their fingers long and clawed. She backed away, but the shadows closed in, their whispers deafening. The last thing she saw before the darkness swallowed her was the red door, reappearing in the distance, glowing faintly. When her friends returned at dawn, the cabin was empty. Emma was gone, and the red door was sealed shut, as if it had never been opened. But if you walk past the cabin at night, you might hear faint whispers coming from inside and see the red door glowing faintly in the dark.